To whoever is listening, I want to help you out. I know for me, when I go on the internet, it's convenient, it's nice, it's fun, entertaining, but ultimately it's fruitless most of the time, right? It's a waste of time. Not just a waste of time, but a waste of energy as well. One of the things that helped me and hopefully will help you is if you're feeling if you're feeling lost in life, if you're feeling stuck, if you don't know what to do, I've been through that too. One of the things that helped me is separating things into three. The way I think about my life is there's a compass, there's a brake, and there's a gas. The compass is where I want to go, or where I think I want to go. It doesn't have to be correct, right? Where, like, for example, the goals I set, like, for me, running a marathon, it doesn't have to be my ultimate goal, right? My ultimate purpose. It's just to help guide me. The whole point of planning isn't the plan, isn't the goal itself, but it's to get my mind in that habit of navigation. That's the whole point. So that's the compass, right? We need to know where we're going. It doesn't have to be correct. We just have to have a place to go to. The brake, so the gas is actually putting in the work, right? Putting in the work, the effort. That's what gives us momentum, right? Momentum is just if you're, I don't know if you've ever noticed, but when you don't do a lot, you seem to have a lot of time, right? But the more time you have, the less you're able to do. when I was like, when I was not working, not in school, not doing any training, I thought I had a lot of time, right? I had so much time, right? Like I could do anything, but I didn't do anything because I didn't develop the momentum. But then, like when I started working and then studying, I was doing exercising. Even though that took up a lot of time, it actually built more time because I had the momentum, I had the energy to actually accomplish things I wanted to do. So that's the gas acceleration is all about momentum, right? If you're already moving, it's easier to move quicker. The last part, though, that's rarely talked about, is the break. People, a lot of coaches talk about having vision, right? Having a goal, having vision, planning, and a lot of coaches also talk about momentum, acceleration. When it comes to breaks, though, breaking, most people rarely talk about it. There are people who do talk about it, but that's because I'd say our society is set up in a way where recuperation, rest, is undervalued, highly undervalued. We live in busy society, right? But busy doesn't mean productive, right? It's not actually, it's contrary. The more busy you are, the less productive you are because you're doing things that don't matter if you're busy. If you're productive, you only do the things that matter. You have to separate. So with the internet, right, there's so many things that pull at your attention, your focus, right? So many things pulling at you all at once. What helped me, right? Because I look at people, doing skydiving or going scuba diving or something, right? It's like I want to do it, but what helped me focus is separating what I want to do, right? What I'd like to do from what I must do, right? What I want to do versus what I must do. You have to separate those. Like to do things, don't do them, right? The more tempting they are, the worse they are for you. Because it seems cool, right? It seems cool in the moment, right? And that's not to downplay. You should have fun, right? You should enjoy this life. Absolutely. Absolutely. But you must not mistake, you cannot mistake what's fun, right? What you'd like to do with what you must do, right? What your life mission is. You can't conflate the two. Mm. This is where I call it God's gift, right? It doesn't have to be religious, right? God's gift as in like what you're born with. I like to think of it like since I play games, like a unique skill, right? So you have stats, right? You have charisma, you have intelligence, you have strength, you have HP, MP, whatever, right? Those are just stats, right? People are born with different stats. But then you are born with something only you can do, right? Only you can contribute to. Hmm. There's something only you can do. What that is, I can't tell you. You have to figure it out for yourself. For me, it took years of experimenting, right? Doing many things, especially if you're young, right? Even if you're older, just doing many things, trying things out. What sticks, right? What lands, right? What truly tugs at your heart, right? You know, the moment you find it, you know. Of course, you have to build it up, right? You have to build up that intuition, build up the passion. Basically, it's like falling in love. There's the initial attraction, right? But then you also have to put in the work too, right? I think of life's mission just the same as I think of like a romantic partner. There's like a mysterious connection, and then you also have to put in the work too. You have to put in the work too. But that's how you separate. You separate the wheat from the chaff, right? That's how you separate what you want to do, right? What seems cool versus what you must do, what you actually have to do, right? So what you actually have to do, that's the stuff that's gonna, if you don't do those things, that's the stuff that's gonna haunt your soul, right? If you're on your deathbed and you didn't do the things you must do, that's what's gonna haunt your soul, right? That's gonna, and for people, it's gonna be different. It's gonna be different. Going back to having a break in our society, we really don't have opportunities for true rest. Scrolling your phone, watching videos, watching TV, none of that is true rest, right? Rest requires no stimulus or stimulus that doesn't impact your the stimulus that doesn't draw your attention. That's why nature, for example, is a great uh, restorative environment because it doesn't take away your attention. Not unless you're running away from like a tiger or something, right? In modern society, in our busy society, we don't get a lot of time for slowing down, for recovering, for recuperation, right? For healing. We don't get a lot of time for healing. Just as we need time to grow, to improve, we need time for rest, for sleep, right? True healing. So that's the way I think about things. You need a compass, right? You need something to work towards. Anything, right? Anything. It doesn't matter what it is, right? Just pick something and go for it. And if it doesn't speak to you, you learn that, right? You learn something, right? That it doesn't speak to you, right? And then you can move on to the next one. And then if you're lucky enough to find what speaks to you, right? And then you slowly kindle. You put the work in. It's like a relationship. Mhm. And then you fall deeply in love. And then that momentum builds up, right? The momentum builds up. But don't forget to heal, right? Don't forget to rest, to have true rest. So that's how I think about things. There's the compass, the GPS, there's the braking, the rest, and then there's the gas, the acceleration, the momentum.